Welcome to Overachiever Recovery, the podcast for successful women who are ready to be more than just productive. I'm Dasha, a recovered overachiever myself. My goal is for you to reclaim the life you're meant to live, rooted in desire and self-interest. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Overachiever Recovery. I'm Dasha, and today we're talking about something that gets disguised as wisdom or being spiritual, but actually keeps you stuck. Toxic positivity. You've heard the phrases, good vibes only, think happy thoughts, just be grateful and focus on the good. It all sounds enlightened, right? But here's the truth. If you're still replaying the conversation in your head, still feeling resentful, still drained, then the positivity didn't heal anything. It just suppressed it, along with all the feelings that needed attention. Actively suppressing or stuffing down our emotions isn't healing. It's abandoning yourself for the sake of some noble goal of being high vibe or enlightened. And you may not have fully bought into that notion to begin with. I'm personally a big fan of spiritual awakenings, but not at the expense of stuffing down your emotions so that you could maintain your high vibration at all costs. I think that forcing a fake state of being high vibe means avoidance and denial of your true energetic state. And the thing is, we don't need to get over any emotions to get into that high vibrational state. We just need to process them and get there organically. But we live in a culture of toxic positivity now, and the messaging is sneaky. For example, it tells you that anger is low vibe, that feeling disappointed makes you demanding, that resentment means you're not spiritual or conscious or healed enough. So what happens? You feel guilty for being upset after someone crosses a line. You forgive before you've even processed the harm. You swallow your anger because it doesn't feel enlightened. You shame yourself when you can't just let it go. But here's the problem. Resentment doesn't vanish because you tell yourself to rise above. It lingers because it has a message. Your resentment is not low vibe. It's data. It's a signal that a boundary was crossed or your expectations were unmet. Here's what resentment is really saying. My needs weren't met. This boundary was crossed. I'm not taking good care of my energy and my time. I gave my power away here. Instead of burying resentment, you can use it as information and to take responsibility for giving your power away. As a result, this line of thinking takes you out of victim mode. Here are 3 questions that I often ask myself and my clients when something feels off. Question number 1. What didn't go my way? For example, a friend showed up late without texting. I value my time and like to plan my days thoughtfully and intentionally. So when someone doesn't communicate, I feel that my time is being wasted. Number 2, how did I give my power away here? For example, I said, it's fine, even though it wasn't. I minimized what mattered to me instead of being honest about how it felt. And question number 3, what do I need now? In this case, I need to protect my time and energy. So that might sound like, I understand that it's sometimes hard for you to be on time. If I don't hear from you within 15 minutes of when we're supposed to meet, I'll assume plans have changed and I'll do other things. This isn't about punishment. It's about staying in your lane, knowing your limits, and communicating them clearly. This is how you start showing up in alignment with your values instead of silently tolerating what drains you. And that's not toxic positivity. That's truly healing. It's not about forgiving and releasing a bad feeling. It's about processing, learning, and protecting yourself. And in each part of the process, no matter what happens to you, you take full responsibility for your life and everything that happens to you. Because another downside of toxic positivity, besides stuffing down your feelings, is that it can leave you with long-term resentment. Resentment, if left unprocessed, keeps you in victim mode. But when you use it as data, you step back into owning your life. For example, your old story might sound like, they dumped all this extra work on me. I had no choice. People always take advantage of me. And now your new empowered story. My boss gave me extra work. I said yes because, because I was afraid of conflict. Now I know to ask about times and resources before I commit. Do you hear the shift? From this happened to me to I made a choice then, and now I'll make a different choice going forward. That's how you move from victim to being the author of your life. That's how you take your power back. So here's the reminder. You don't need to smile and fake your way out of pain. Real growth means feeling your feelings fully, understanding the message behind them, taking action to protect your energy, choosing responses aligned with your values. You're not broken or weak for being upset. You're human for having needs. And the goal isn't to never get angry. The goal is to use anger as data and respond in ways that honor you. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. If this episode spoke to you, it isn't a coincidence you're here. If you're ready to start living life on your terms, I would love to help you get there. Find me at coachingbydasha.com or connect with me on LinkedIn. Until next time, choose yourself.